Alright. Good evening, Alex. Hope you're having a good night. So, yeah, I think just thinking what would be the best thing to do, and just continuing kind of in the vein what I was doing before, just trying to get titles that are required for ToAU would be a nice chill thing to do, would be interesting, but didn't put the filters on. Where's Unity? And so yeah, just trying to get titles that you need to do what's it called? Make a Mythic. So yeah. Let's get to it. Yes, let's go to the book. Actually, hold on before I get started. Hello, MC. Welcome to the stream. I'm thinking was I should probably bring some tools, but I am on Bahamut. Yeah, so we want to go north. That's cool. I have tried Odyssey, so honestly my thoughts of Odyssey so far, the thing about it is it's gonna get expanded. It just seems kind of lackluster. I mean, it's just the Walk of Echoes zones reused. And then, like, you know, you just get random mobs every time you go in to a different location. You just, what is it? To get the clear, you just need to sneak in and viz all the way up to the top floor. I got the key already. In 2013, that is a while. But, I don't know what we need to kill. I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with the recycle area, but it's just they didn't seem to do anything. They're just like, oh, here's mobs. It's a static zone, because it's like, at least if you're going to make it random with the mobs, you maybe should make the zone somewhat random. Confluxes are all in the same location to go up floors. There's just not, you know, there's nothing, like, really, like, amazing or anything that's, like, a big wow factor. It's just my thoughts on it. It's just, like I said, it just seems lackluster. I mean, it's new content, which is always good, but the other kind of thing that I'm kind of like, about it is the amount of scales you need to upgrade a piece. Because, like, I already started upgrading a piece. I was looking, I was like, what would I want to do? And I started upgrading this, because it has 5 accuracy. But, I mean, right now it's only rank 5. So that's a third of the way there, and that's not even accurate, because it's going to take a lot more points the higher you go up in rank. So it just seems like you got to do a lot of, you would have to do a lot of it to get enough scales for it to even be worth it. Now, I haven't popped any hnms in there to see if that would be, you know, worth doing or anything, but it's, again, it's not that I mean, I'm happy that there's new content, but at the same time, I don't know, it just seems very lazily put together, is my thoughts on it. I mean, Delve was cool. I enjoyed Delve for the most part. I wish they would remove the restriction that you need 3 people to enter it, considering it's easily soloable now, so... Well, I mean, when you say 119, I mean, what do you mean? Because, like, everything's kind of 119. Wide scan, see if I can find... Oh, that's actually, you know, they're popping that. Alright, so there's nothing here that I need. I mean, the augments are pretty good on the wanted stuff that was released. So, I mean, that's really good. Probably the best thing, and I probably should have done that instead, was the belt from, I think it's like King Arthur. It's like triple attack belt, but I think you get like double attack and a bunch of strength. Like, that's really good. With the augments. So, I mean, there's definitely some good stuff, but at the same time, just... the fact that you need to put in so much work to do it, like, we already have enough content you need to spend forever doing to upgrade stuff, and to have to go through and do tons of stuff just to upgrade it further, it just seems a little ridiculous. After the first 3 dub areas. Oh. Yeah, so what is it? Most of the gear you really get is either going to be Relic or Artifact +3, which you get through doing the new Dynamis and Omen. Then either through Rising Jima or Estia zones, you're gonna get... oh, there we go. There's good drums. I believe they drop what I need. Yeah. How do I get over to the... okay. So it's gonna be, like I said, either artifact or relic gear, ambuscade, or typically stuff from Estia Sky or Rising Jima is where you're gonna find all your best stuff. There's of course exceptions that you'll find elsewhere, like you'll find accessories and stuff from Delve that are really good depending on your job and stuff, but that's typically where you're gonna find your best gear at this point. Alright, so double back this way. You could jump in and start doing ambuscade now. You would probably struggle to do volume 2. I mean volume 1, but you could definitely do volume 2. Ideally, you should. Well, I mean, it's not even a bad idea because I think I did it at not 117, but basically like 118. It was like spark spear with a veiled weapon. Was it a veiled weapon? I'm trying to think. It might have been a weapon from, there we go. Bone key, that's one of the things I need. So the other thing I need... I need the claw key. Yeah, so, I mean, you can jump in and start doing it solo with trusts. Obviously, being 119 would be good, because then your trusts are 119. But, yeah, jumping in and doing that sooner rather than later is good, because you can at least start getting at least the NQ ambuscade gear, which sounds like would be an upgrade for you. You could definitely do it. I haven't done it this month yet solo, because typically I will go do it solo if for nothing else to get the seal. But ideally, if you can, you want to get with a group, because one, being with a group, you're going to get gallantry. Solo, you're only going to get hallmarks and not get any gallantry points. And two, it's obviously going to be easier, and you can do higher tier content with a group. But don't feel free to jump in solo just to get yourself started and caught back up. Absolutely. The thing about it is, though, the abjuration gear that you're going to get from the hnms from Sky, it's absolutely worth it. It's only worth it if you really get the +1 gear. It's not really worth it to get the NQ gear. And that can be expensive buying, the cursed +1 gear just something to be aware of. heck, I was using, what is it? The Abjuration gear. This came from that. I was recently using that, and I've been debating whether this or my current piece is better because of the quadruple attack I got from Dark Matter. Thing about it is, I think, like, if I need dual wield, obviously the Abjuration piece is going to be better than the Herculean. That's going to come down if I'm being Captain Haste or not. So, oh, wait a second. These don't drop from. So where are these guys? Doesn't say. Wait, so they're back. Alright, now I'm going the wrong way. Apparently I need to go back to where I was at. Interesting that you have higher level mobs closer to the start of the zone, because that's typically not the case. So I6. If you got a party, imps were actually really good XP, as annoying as they were with amnesia and silence. But I remember XPing on imps. I remember actually having, not here, actually I can point it out, although it's changed But I actually had a camp, this merit party camp that I would actually do, and it was actually, obviously, getting like imps or getting greater calibres was better, but like there were times at like prime time where those camps were occupied, and I actually had a camp out here that no one bothered coming out to, and it was actually pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna deny that obviously the other camps were better, but if they were all taken, you know, instead of fighting and everyone getting screwed on XP, it was better to like come out here. And it was actually kind of fun because it was actually a roaming camp. You needed to have a party set up where you needed to roam. I'll be going near it soon, so. Oh, defending ring is definitely still a thing. It's still the highest negative damage taken piece you can get. Hold on. Seems like we need to go up there. Yeah, it's still the highest negative damage taken piece you can have on a ring. There's actually, I think, only for like tank pieces, I even think just in general for across the board, is there anything higher. I know some tank pieces have like maybe 11 to 14. But even getting 10 on like body slots and stuff for other jobs is not a common occurrence. So having 10% off of a ring is really good. Are they up here? Yeah, they are. But yeah, you typically don't use defending ring on a tank job just because you can get so much damage taken from other places, and having stuff like moon like this. So like I'm getting 5% damage taken, but I'm also getting 110 HP, accuracy, attack, and store TP. So, but that's because, again, it's easy to hit the damage taken cap and you're getting other benefits out of it. But if you just need straight damage taken, especially on like a mage job, you're definitely going to use it. There it is. Alright, since we made it back to the beginning. Yeah, I guess let's check back to the book. Actually, I'm not going to be able to easily do that now I'm thinking about it. Let's warp. So I'm gonna have to farm another one of those fang keys to be able to do that. Wait, did I chat drop from YouTube again? Okay, there it is. wrong way. That was the other thing. To get here, you needed a Fang key, but it was easy enough because you would obviously get another Fang key while you're out here, so you always held on to one for when I was XPing. Yeah, because a lot of you were fighting those, but you've also fought other variety of mobs. Where do I need to go? Yeah, so this is what we... Typically you would come in from the south, you would go to, was it the Covey Isle? You would be coming in from down there. You'd have to run all the way up here for my old XP camp. Like I said, the mobs change, so sadly, well, even if you were trying to do merits before, it wouldn't work. At least I think it's changed. Yeah, because this is the end of the loop. Because basically you would come in from this side. That gate right there is where you would need the key to get in. Yeah, because these guys weren't here, like I said, it was mostly the toads. But basically you would start here, there would be toads all along there. You'd come over here and there would be toads. You would pull them. And like I said, it's a roaming camp, so everyone needs to keep moving. So red mages did really well for healing. You would go all the way along here, pull all this, and depending on how fast your party is, you would potentially go up on the ship over here and pull Lamias if you were fast enough, so you had enough mobs for times for repops. Because then you would come up here, pull these guys if you were fast enough. Then afterwards, like I said, you would keep going this way. And like I said, 80% of what you were fighting was these toads. And you would go here, and then this is where I like first started when I walked in here. Where that one gate is. Because you would need the key if you were trying to come through the gate the other way, but if you're coming through the back end, yeah, you'd loop up here, and then that ship would be where we started, and you would just keep looping around. And that was my, like, hidden XP camp that no one ever came out to. And like I said, it was decent. Obviously, fighting Greater Calibre or imps and stuff was better XP, but I mean, like I said, it was better than nothing. No one felt like making the trek out here. is off the other side. That's what I thought. Before I waste the key, is she actually up? She is. All right. If she wasn't up, there would have been no point in using the keys. Yeah, so I traded the keys. Okay. Oh, I need a Fang key also? Really? Who all drops this thing? So apparently all the Lamias out here drop it, so... Make sure I didn't happen to get the key. And all the random crap I was killing. I don't think I did. I mean, I believe they can cast Paralyze. I don't think they do like a TP move that paralyzes you. Because they cast a bunch of spells. Huh. Allow me a number 9. No clue what she drops, but... Yeah, definitely not, especially bones. Like these guys, piercing they're strong to, so. There it is. Alright, so time for Medusa. I feel like because of charm and everything, in case crazy stuff happens, I should take the ads out first, even though I know they respawn. I remember actually fighting this with my Link shell. Like, I don't think I got the titles for all of them back at 75 days, but this was one of the ones I ended up doing. It was an interesting fight. Whoa. The heck? Oh, you can't go up top. Wondering if you click that gate or something behind her. No? No, you can't even go up here. That's weird. Well, alrighty. So 1 down, 2 to go. Alright, so I'm trying to think what to do next. So the Momola Jaw, I guess. Go here. So it's in Mamuk. Okay, so I need, what is it? Black scale key, silver scale key, and a trans scale key. One of the keys I know I can get out here. Yeah. So I can get a black scale key out here. I might as well do that before I head into Mamuk. Pretty much all the trusts are going to be better than your adventuring fellow, especially for the fact that they're immediately whatever level you are, and then on top of that, they're like capped skills, so you don't have to worry about. I can't remember if you had to skill up your adventuring fellow. I don't think I ever got my adventuring fellow past like level 50, so it was just a lot of work. I wish they would have done something, because that way for like the people that spent all their time leveling it up, they should have, you know, basically not shit on the people that put all the time, energy, and effort into getting their adventuring fellow level up. There it is. I don't think so, let's see. Yeah, since ores aren't really worth anything anymore. It was the black scale key, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. There's apparently a Chocobo digging campaign currently going on now for whatever good that is. Okay, so I don't. It's a bunch of different mobs need for. Cause you need to get. A tan scale key. And then just the silver scale. So I need a tan scale and silver scale key. Silver scale's limited. Where these guys are. Oh, I think I know where you located. Really? Actually, it's not too far from where I'm at. Yeah, it's kind of sad, the amount of stuff that they, like, nerfed because of RMT. instead of just trying to be more active on figuring out who it is and banning them. I mean, I get it, they would just come back, but the amount of time it takes to like level up and everything, it would hardly be worth it for them if you was actively finding them rather than just breaking content to make it harder for them, so they just move to something else. I don't know. These aren't the guys I wanted, but they dropped the other key I need, so why not? So let's see. Oh, nice. So there's the tan scale key. So yeah, I just now need the last one. Which I think drops from... Yeah. Nice. So now I just need to remember where is he located. Now that we got all the keys. It's been so long going through this zone. Yeah, but how do I get there? I think it's all the way... Yeah, that's what I thought. So from here... Actually, I have to go this way, I think. Or no. gotta get down to there. Oh, got you dropped. Says, yeah, I thought it was a katana. Great. Yeah, Rhapsody is pretty good. It kind of ties in all the different expansions together. Plus, you get a ton of benefits and buffs for playing the game. Let me make sure. Hold on. Okay, so no, it's there where I need to go. Well, solo's easy until you get into higher end content. Like, you're not gonna solo the new Dynamis. I mean, you could get 2 other people to help you enter and solo, like, maybe wave 1 for farming, but you're not gonna do much beyond that. You can solo Omen, but Omen bosses are... A couple of them are soloable if you're top end and have really good gear, but even that's, like, ridiculous. Not easy to do, and not everyone has access to that. But, I mean, you can't... There is a ton of content you can solo. Hold on. I think I wanted to go down here. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can definitely solo Odyssey. I soloed it on my main cloudchief. It depends what you're talking about soloing. I haven't done any NMs even with a friend or solo yet. Probably do that at some point soon just to try it out, but yeah, you can totally go in and just kill NMs, or not NMs, just kill trash mobs and get scales, which is the main thing you need to upgrade the items. It'll be interesting to see what the NMs actually drop. Forgot all these guys have like true sight back here. And train. Yeah, I remember this area now. should be able to get your characters as long as you have your POL ID. Because there's no reason for you to start from scratch again, having to do all the, shoot, I don't think I want it to drop. Although I should be able to get back up anyway. Should actually be careful getting a train. If I get too many mobs, I'm not going to be able to engage. Alright, let's... Wait, what? No. Yeah, relics are easy now. Relics are the easiest thing unless you have a group to easily do Aonics. Aonics are either the easiest or the most difficult to obtain, depending on if you have access to other people to help you through the content. I'm trying to remember, I spent a fair amount of time back here, and it wasn't for this NM, and I'm trying to remember why. Alright, again, let's make sure. Cool. Let's just jump on him rather than worrying about ads. Whoa. Okay. Volunteers ring. Well, that's junk. Might have been decent back in the day. Three magic defense bonus. Alright, so 2 out of 3 titles done for the Beastman Kings. That's always good. And was it Gurfer or whatever? I gotta figure out what keys I need. I play on Bahamut. Yeah, the thing is you can only play on computers now, so that would be the thing. I plan on making a guide soon on how to get it installed, going both off of Windows 7 and Windows 10. So you can keep an eye out on that. Are we doing all the stories or just enough to get through Records of Aht? I mean, I recommend going through all of them just because there is stuff to do. Like, I still haven't gone through all Wings of the Goddess, and I was literally just talking to a friend, like, I need to finish that. One, to get access to the new high-tier battles. Like, I haven't done, what is it, like the Lilith fight, and I know a lot of the gear from that fight is ridiculous. So that, for the urghan, if you want to do mythics, you gotta finish that and do all of that. I'm trying to think. There's definitely stuff locked behind Zillerts and COP, not that they're hard to get through. Adelin's worth doing just for the rings, since you get the Adelin rings out of that. So it's worth going through the missions. I would actually focus on just getting the bare minimum you need to get through Rhapsody missions, just because that's where you're going to unlock the most content, get to where a lot of endgame zone stuff is, and get a lot of the bonuses. So I do recommend trying to get through Records of Aht as fast as possible, but you should go through and do all the missions when you can also. Does Garuda still exist? You mean the server? I'm guessing? No, your account still exists. They occasionally have free log-on campaigns. Let's see. I don't know what servers exist. No, apparently... No, Garuda's been decommissioned. So because of that, like, your account's not deleted. They'd still have it, but, if you were on Garuda last, they would force you to pick a new server. Guess we'll go here, because I don't even know where I want to go. Actually, hold on. So I remember where he's at. Keys are going to be a whole nother thing. Some trolls, that's trolls. And Moblin. Moblin millionaires and billionaires. I have no clue where you find them. Alright, let's just try. Hopefully we can farm everything. Yes, it is still $12.99 a month. Plus, typically, you're going to pay more also for wardrobes. It's cost $1 for wardrobe 3 and 4 each. So it would be $2 if you wanted it for each account in addition. Wardrobes are basically a place where you can store your gear. And you can access like all this gear at any time to like equip. So it gives you 80 slots per wardrobe. So it's 320 inventory slots for just equipment, just for weapon and armor. So that is really good, and most people, you know, pay the extra $2, myself included, for the wardrobes. So this is where I want to go to fight him. The big question is, are the keys going to be able to easily be farmed here? I'm sure I can get some, but... I mean, if that's the jobs you only want to play, obviously you should play what you want, but considering how easy it is to level, you might find that you want to actually try some other jobs. But I mean, to each their own. Alright. Oh. I don't even know. I'm not even seeing half of these guys on the list. This is one. This is a rarer one. No, I don't know where you saw that. There's no, FFXI is PC only at this point. They discontinued any console use. They should, like, do, re-release it for modern consoles. I don't know why they haven't. Alright, so what is it? I got the bronze key. I need the brass key and the Shakudo key. Shakudo is the one that drops off of the millionaire and billionaire. Which I'm not seeing them. Errands are always fun, so. Mercenary boots. Let's pull some of this garbage real quick. I think you can sell that. I might be able to NPC that stuff. That stuff all NPCs. There's no way they're going to shut the game. They're actually getting an influx of people back into it. And as long as it's making a profit, considering I know they're putting in minimal effort into the game, they're not going to shut it down. And they already announced that they are planning something big for the 20th anniversary. Granted, that's 3 years off, or it's 2 or 3 years off still. Oh, no, don't go that way. So, considering it is still a few years off, you know, who knows what's coming, but I mean, yeah, they're not going to be shutting it down anytime soon as long as it's still making a profit. Yeah, there is only like 6 people that are, you know, actually like developers making the game. Is that one of the guys I need? No. So that grenader back there was one, but... Yeah, they only have like a handful of developers creating the game, and considering, like I said, how much money in terms of profit it's pulling in, until it's no longer a profit, they're gonna keep the servers up and running. I don't see it being shut down for at least 5 to 10 years. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the 20th anniversary, if it somehow causes some huge influx to come back to the game anyway, depending on how big of a content release they're talking about doing. Okay, cool. Alright, so there are trolls up here that drop it, and the goblins are up here too, so that's good. That's not likely to happen. I don't think there's many Final Fantasy or 11 players that are over the age of... Ah, shoot. Yeah, I don't think there's many players over the age of like 50 that are playing this game, and considering that coronavirus really only kills older people with respiratory problems. Typically, if you're under the age of 50, or if you don't have any major respiratory problems, it shouldn't be anything worse than getting a really bad case of the flu. Nice. Alright, so now I just need the brass key, but I just realized I don't think I have the key item on her to open the door. So I'm probably gonna have to go do that mini quest. I don't even remember. I think I made a video on it, but... Let's try and get the brass key if we can. So, I asked that question, and I don't think that I would. I might consider it if they could somehow retroactively, like, before, like, Abyssia came out, if they're like, oh, here's your character with all your gear and stuff. But even then, I'm not sure I would. The problem is... Yeah. I gotta go do that quest so I can open that door. Hold on. Oh, that just sucks. But, no, I don't think I would, just because I don't have that time to invest back into playing, you know, classic vanilla 11. While it would be something I would like to do, I would very much... I wish I could somehow magically have the time to go back and invest that much time in, like, starting over and playing, you know, vanilla 11 again, but I just don't think that's something that I can do at this point in my life. Which is the big question. So that's basically my stance on that. Let me go back. What was that door again? Because basically it's right through here, so... Okay. It's the operating lever. Yeah, here's my video for it.
What kind of world do you want to live in?
Yay, ads on my own video.
Hey there, everyone. This is cloudchief.
Alright, so might as well drop off. Do find it funny that you, what is it? Because you apparently don't get revenue if you like watch ads on your own account, yet they still display ads on your own account when you watch videos. It's like, I guess anything that advertisers can get away with. Anything to make a buck off of people. It's not the way I want to go. You drop, I think, the key and the oil you need. Actually, here I'll list. Extra money. I don't really want to sell this, throw this stuff away. Every little bit of money helps. Even any good? No. Make sure I don't happen to have it. So was it the brass key? Moblin oil, because Nope. Oh, really? Huh. The things you hold on to. Okay, so now, where do I need to go? J8. That's a bit of a hike. I think I do need to zone out. I think I need to zone out and then come back in from the other side over there. And I still need to farm this brass key. Oh, I know where I'm at. Used to be that good old black mage camp. Ooh, so any of these guys drop? No. There's no hill trolls. While we're at it, is Cerberus up? No. Question is though, I don't know where the zone line is. I don't remember. Or even if there is an easily accessible one up here. Probably just pull up a map. Okay, yeah, I am not in the right place. That is right. This should put me close to where I need to be, I believe. Wait, what? Okay, there it is. I was like, I thought there was a zone line there. Yeah, here we go. And you do drop the key, according to this website. This is Troll Embrace. Yay! Alright, so that's done. So now I just need to find this question mark thing. Which, if I'm looking right, should be... What the f... You aggroed me from over there? Well, let's just see if I can lose hate. Really? What the heck? Just aggro the whole zone. Alright, should be right up here. have everything we need. Oh. Sorry guys, my chat like messed up. Now I'm trying to see how far back I've been missing chat. I didn't catch that it dropped again. No, I agree. The ads are getting ridiculous. Like, I also watch some videos and I'll get an ad like every 3 minutes. Like, I don't mind advertising. Like, I get the point of it. And it's fine if you have like an ad at the beginning or end of your video, but having it like every 3 minutes in there is ridiculous. I try and set mine so it doesn't do that, so you only have an ad at the beginning of the video. I don't want my videos to be annoyed with ads. If I ever soloed Eshigembu, no, but I have duoed him. Did it with a Summoner and Geo. I could try soloing him at some point. I'm sure it's possible, but yeah, like I said, not soloed, but duoed. Yeah, especially if they put it in a bad place and it like breaks what you are concentrating on, that can be bad. Yeah, it is all about profits. It's all about making money, which is sad. Corporate greed. I mean, what is it? Cerberus, I'm not saying it's necessarily worth it, but it's not bad either. You can get some drops that are worth a little bit of money. It's not worth it like it was back in the old days, because one, any of the equipment, like I remember like the sword was good. It's obviously not very useful unless you're leveling. Like the meat and stuff might be worth a tiny bit of money, not a lot, maybe like 100k or something. Which, gil's easy to make nowadays, so that's not really worth it. All these trolls are going to check as, like, extremely easy prey. I am right now trying to get titles for... to be able to do mythics. Because you got to take out the Beastman kings. Like Medusa, and this is what, Gurfer the Menace. If I'm saying his name right, which I'm probably not. So that's what I'm working on. So but you got to get keys to get into their area, so you can actually fight them and kill them for their title. Really? Yep, SB Keys is part of the campaign for this month. My campaign video should be coming out tomorrow. I got sidetracked and was late with it since campaign started 2 days ago. How many job points do I have? Depends which job you're talking about. My warrior and scholar, and again, it depends also what account. So for her, I just have warrior and scholar master. Shoot, drop sneak. I can always just hide. For other jobs, like, next after that would probably be Paladin, which I have probably just over 1,200. And I can look. So I was afraid it was going to be aggroing all these guys. Let's just train it. So like I said, Warrior's capped. 2,100. I haven't done anything with Monk. Most of these jobs. So Thief. Okay, so I don't even have 200 points on Thief. Paladin, like I said, it's like 1,200. And I think that's pretty much it for the most part. Oh, Blue Mage will have a couple hundred. Like I said, Scholar's Master. But I just did all of that last month during the XP campaign. So 246 on Blue Mage. Going the right way still? Okay. So, but on my, on cloudchief, on my main account, let's see, like, oh, let's see, Warden, Geo, Summoner, Scholar. Trying to think what else I have mastered on that. Ninja, if I did or didn't say Ninja. Black Mage is Master. Corsair's not Master on my main, but Corsair's like, I don't know, 1,800 job points. It's a lot. So yeah, so have a lot of job points. Not Esther ruining Gembu. You're talking about just soloing normal Gembu? I mean, I soloed normal Gembu back in 75 days on Red Mage. Granted, that took like 45 minutes, but I can solo Gembu now in like a couple, like, I don't know, less than a minute? Like, if you're talking just regular Sky Gembu, that's not even, like, a challenge. No, this is Thief. Oh, yeah, Thief is Master also on cloudchief. Another, that's what I'm saying. I know I'm missing other jobs too. Oh, Paladin's Master on my they just keep coming. Master on cloudchief also. That might be it. Because I haven't done Dark Knight, haven't done Dragoon, haven't done Sam. Haven't done Bard. I haven't done Red Mage, even though I really do want to do Red Mage at some point. Yeah, I think that might be it. No Eschigembu. Are you trying to say no? You mean Eschigembu? Because it sounds like when you're saying no Eschigembo all in one, it's sounding like you're saying not that one. The thing about it is, like I said, I would have to be prepared to do that. I'm not even sure. I wouldn't even want to attempt it on Caulifla. I would need to try and figure out what exactly job I'd want to do it, how I'd want to go about doing it, making sure I have a pop for it. So that's not going to be something I'm going to be doing tonight. Alright, so now that we're here, is he actually up? Okay, he is up. Yeah, the Gemini earring. Yeah, so you're talking about, yeah, Eschigembo. Like I said, I've duoed him. In terms of soloing, like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to trying, but it's something I would have to be, you know, prepped for and take time. I definitely do not have time to do all that on the stream, considering I might do, like, a salvage real quick, but I mean, it's almost 10 o'clock. And I have work in the morning, so yeah, like, I'm definitely not doing Eschigembo tonight. At least solo. Well, like I said, I don't even think doing it anyway, unless someone has a pop they can provide. Because it's gonna be the scraps. And we can just... Like how the other stuff doesn't have trolls, but this area does have trolls. Or not trolls, but I mean the other areas don't have ads in the place until, yeah, you get up and then pop him. Or aggro him and then he pops ads. Where this place has actually trolls in it. Mercenary ring. That's... Again, garbage. Alright, so Beastman King's done. Alright, considering time, yeah, I can go do one salvage, and then that would leave one salvage left. Alright, let's actually free up some inventory space. Since that whole adventure killed my inventory space. Can't remember if these are worth money or not. Guess we'll dump the crystals and then, yeah, go jump into salvage. Now that you say that, I think it does, which kind of sucks if that's the case that I didn't flag it the other day. Yeah, it does. So I don't even remember which ones I did. I'll flag them all and I can always clear them out later. That's the thing, I've wanted to do a stream and I should go do that. Go doing all the jailers in C, including AV. Considering AV's easily soloed nowadays. Now, Ward of Courage solo. No, I don't think you can do that. I think it's potentially trioable, depending on jobs, but I don't know if you could do it less than that, at least at this point in time. No, this is actually retail. This is Bahamut server. Yeah, Azure is overly populated in my opinion. Here, as soon as I zone in, we'll see how many active accounts there are online now. Never quite understood the story of what? A specific expansion or like overall? Yeah, so this server currently has 818 accounts logged into it, so that's a fair amount considering it's a Thursday. It's not even prime time. I mean, it's not even like the weekend on prime time. Do the back one. The whole shebang? Well, I mean, that's the thing. They're all kind of, like, each expansion kind of has its own story encompassed. And the thing about it is somewhat like of a grand story overall, because it's like, you're involved part of it, but you're never, like, a main focus of the story. They do have a lot of, like, princesses, though, as kind of the main part, because you have, what was it? I'm trying to even think, is Prish technically a princess? So you have the princess for Whitegate you tie into, the princess for Adeline. Ah, shit, I didn't get a permit. Wait. Yeah, I need to go to this one. Actually, you know, yeah. What did you get for participating in unsanctioned events? Kind of, I guess. I haven't really played Dark Souls much. I only really played it once. I did actually want to get back to streaming that. I do plan on doing that as soon as I take care of a few real-life projects I have going on. And I plan on start streaming that again. Like, I played through and actually have guides that I made for Bloodborne, but I haven't done, like I said, played very, very little Dark Souls. And I do want to get back into it and try it out, because I enjoyed Bloodborne for the most part. I like the challenge of the game. I like the gameplay. Am I going the right way? Okay, yeah. But yeah, it's more you're going through and helping, you know, like a nation complete whatever. It's like the main game kind of falls around like the whole Shadow Lord, and then you trying to stop the Shadow Lord. Trying to think, like, Whitegate's pretty complicated. I know that ties into, like, Odin and Alexander. Ties into the Immortals, which are the Blue Mages. Like I said, you have stuff going on with the princess. Like, yeah, it's just a very in-depth thing. I know the story can be hard to, like, follow. COP, which I think is probably the best expansion for this. That dealt with, was it? Well, it deals with Cepheus. It deals with, was it is it Promethean god? I think is, like, yeah, I mean, it's hard to say and explain it all. That would be interesting to get more into the lore and go into all that. How many bad guys with white hair are there? And all the stuff. Are there any bad guys with white hair? This hair is blonde. I'm trying to remember what the kid at the end of Ziller's, but it's not white hair. But I'm trying to remember what color he had. I mean, Cepheus has white hair, but he's technically a good guy, even though he's somewhat portrayed for part of the story as potentially being a bad guy. What's this? Corvona's channel, the FFXI the movie. Now you got me somewhat interested in seeing what that is. Huh. Interesting too that they're all like short little clip things. I'll have to check this channel out. Thanks for the reference. If it's good, I might try and do a little promotion for them too. They don't seem to have a bunch of interaction on their channel. Like a lot of their videos have like 100 views at most. Wait, is this the back? Okay, yeah, it is the back one. Yes, I did play Kingdom Hearts 3. I didn't like Kingdom Hearts 3 on many different tiers. First off, it was like, one, a big trope in a lot of the Final Fantasy. A big thing with Kingdom Hearts was having Final Fantasy characters in it. There was absolutely no Final Fantasy characters in it whatsoever, unless you count Moogle, but they're only in it for like the synthesis, which that's not really counting. I thought the gameplay was just way too easy. I didn't like all the, what was it? The, like the amusement park stuff. I can't even think of what that was called in that. But that just made it, like, way too easy, and with all your, like, different reaction commands, or was it your weapon styles that you could do with your Keyblade, it just made everything too easy. Like, 1 and 2 had a decent challenge in gameplay to it. And then just the fact that you didn't really have much of the overall Kingdom Hearts story going on till really the end. I mean, you had a little bit going on when you were tying in like Aqua and like Riku and they were going to the Realm of Darkness. But that was like randomly thrown in for like 2 minutes after you finish a world. I liked the visual effects. I liked the size of the worlds that they did. There were a lot of things I did like about the game. But all in all, like, I was very, very disappointed. Like, waited, what is it, over a decade for that game. And it just felt like, for the most part, it was just rushed, put together, and it was, you know, like trying to be a cash grab. And that's what I didn't like about it. At least that's my thoughts and how I feel about it. I mean, if you had fun with it, that's good. I personally didn't. Like, I loved Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I've repurchased, like, the you know, what is it? Whatever they did, like, the, not remastered or whatever, but the, like 1.5, 2.5 stuff. Like, I picked those up and enjoyed it. I picked it up on PlayStation 3, although PlayStation 3 kind of sucked on it because for whatever reason, the load times were atrocious. Like at any time in like 2 when you would like go into Valor or any of those forms, the game would like just freeze and you would like take like 5 to 10 seconds before the game would like start going when you went in those modes. At least the first time when that happens when you zone. And it's like, dude, like it ran fine on PS2. Why are you having problems doing this on PS3? So I ended up repurchasing it on PS4 and it doesn't have those problems. Mainly repurchased it for that, and like I said, I liked it. I haven't played 3's expansion at all that came out. Haven't bothered buying it or trying it out. Just because I've just been kind of with it. Yeah, I never played... what is it? I have not really played Final Fantasy after 11. Didn't play 12. I kind of wanted to check out 12, but never did. I played a tiny bit of 13 over a friend's house, but the whole, like, hallway aspect of 13 just turned me off to it, and I have no desire to play it. I played 14 briefly. Well, actually, I shouldn't say I played 14 briefly. I played 14 a lot more than briefly. I played it a fair amount before Heaven's Ward and then also after Heaven's Ward. But I haven't played 14 since Heaven's Ward. That's what I'm saying. The re-release, what is it? I think it's the story till now. I have that on PS4, and it does run like a dream on there. I don't have an Xbox. I have PlayStation. "13 is dog hockey." I'm actually playing through right now with my roommate. They never really played through 6 completely. And been going through that in our spare time. We've been taking our time with it just because of not really having much free time. But that's been fun. Whatever, let's go up. We're not getting good cells. So we'll kill this stuff along the way. Yeah, right now we just got to right before the floating island. Like, we literally saw the thing going up for the floating island, from when Kefka and the Emperor, what is it, got access to the Esper Cave. So we just got to that point and haven't progressed past that yet. No, not the remake, actually playing it off of my SNES Classic. I think it would be kind of difficult to play on a phone with a, like a friend, because like I said, we play it on the same TV that I'm playing on this. I just have my like I said, hook the Classic up. Got that, didn't I? Yes. so we just got all these. Four Heroes of Light? I don't think I've ever played that or even really heard of that. What was it, DS game? Maybe I'll check it out, look it up. Hey, old school turn-based is the best, in my opinion. Hey folks, Seeds, how's it going? Just trying to work on getting titles for Mythic stuff. Yeah, I was too. I don't think we lost a ton though. I actually made a lot more Alex last week than I was expecting. Made like 77. Considering, you know, the whole objective was just to try and clear the bosses for titles, and the goal wasn't trying to farm Alex. I thought that was a fair amount. But it was a shame to lose, you know, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 Alex. Really need to get some HP. Yes, I need strength, vit, HP. I think I can make do with just that if we can get that. Oh, there we go. There's an HP cell. We have agility unlocked. There we go. Any PC games that I wish I'd gotten a console release? I don't know. I don't think I'm the best person to go into that. PC games that I wish I had console release. I really enjoyed back in the day, like Mech Warrior 2. But the thing about it is you couldn't really run that on a console anyway. Unless they somehow gave you like a keyboard or something with a lot more button inputs. That's an older game at this point anyway. It actually pissed me off. I never actually did beat was it Mech Warrior 2 Mercenaries. And not for the fact that I couldn't like it was a challenging game, but the fact is I got to like it was a required mission and it would just always crash. And trust me, I tried for I don't even want to think about how much time was spent trying to get on with their tech support and everything, and their whole thing was, oh, well, it works on Windows 95. Well, you released the game for DOS and 95. I didn't have 95 back then. And, yeah, so... Never beat that game as much as I really wanted to. So wait, are we good now? I'm not worried about mine. Yeah. Getting the rest of the gear would be nice, but I might have screwed that because that might have been mostly on like the first floor and other areas I didn't access. I never really played Dreamcast, although I've heard nothing but good things. I have a few gamer friends who have Dreamcast and absolutely love it. I know they do still actually release there's like 2 companies that like still release, at least in Japan, Dreamcast games that I'm aware of. They release like 1 or 2 games a year, like each company, which is kind of funny and interesting. Typically the reason why a game would be exclusive, like they did Spider-Man 4, is, typically the developer, not the developer, but the, like, Sony paid the publisher to be like, no, only put it out for our console. So it comes down to, like, a whole money thing. Sad to say. Because I wish they would just put more things on just overall platforms, but that's why you don't really see too many, like, cross-platform games. I find it funny that, you know, they did have 11 on, what, PS2, you did it on PlayStation, and then it was on Xbox. It was, like, one of the first things that was, like, cross-platform. And, I remember Xbox said they did not want to put, 14... They didn't want to have 14 released for Xbox because they didn't want to have it cross-platform. They didn't want to have it with Sony also. It's like, why? Now you're just limiting your, you know, your player base and you're doing it less. It's like you did it with 11. Why aren't you going to do it with 14? Not that I care. Because I have my own issues with Microsoft. It's funny, I've had friends be like, I thought you like Microsoft. You do IT and you fix stuff. I'm like, yes, just because I fix Microsoft doesn't mean I like it. Like, they actually make a pretty crappy product for the most part. And while we're here, might as well kill these guys. Try and get some Alex. I know these are supposed to be used to spawn hnms to get pieces of armor, but you should get Alex from them, I think. Or I guess not. I don't know. What is it? I know how, like, the new salvages work and kind of how to farm, because you don't... They're a little more streamlined than these old salvages, and I did do old salvage, but not until, like, way later. Okay, yeah, they do drop some Alex. So I don't know them anywhere near as efficiently, because I didn't do it a ton. Did we lose chat again? Like it all of a sudden got quiet. Alright, now I guess I gotta do it off of YouTube. Oh, thank you very much for the $10 donation, Money Moves Motorsports. I very much appreciate that. Yeah, see, I wasn't even getting that. Yeah, like I said, I never really played Dreamcast, but from my understanding with the hardware and technology, because I do know a little bit about that yeah, I should have had a much longer lifespan. Yeah, that was the last system that Sega did put out in terms of hardware, and then they became, what is it, basically a software developer. Am I screwed on armor cells? Not that I really need it. Yeah, I played on 360 briefly. Like, I mostly played on PS2. That was actually, 11 was actually the first game I got for 360. I remember picking it up, but the thought process that I went when I picked it up was that I'm picking up 360 for Halo 3 was the main thing, but Halo 3 wasn't out yet. I was like, you know, that way I already have the system, and I figured, oh, let me get an upgrade for 11. Was I fighting a giant door? The main reason I was actually trying to fight the door was hoping to get Alex. But the main reason I'm going through salvage... I already have all these unlocked. The main reason I'm going through here is to kill the boss at the end for the title, considering you need the title for... to make Mythics. So that's the primary reason I'm going through. Those doors, though, would typically spawn enemies, and there were particular NMs that spawn out of it, from my understanding, that you would then kill the NMs to hopefully get armor drops that were then used to make salvage gear, which back in the day, this gear was ridiculous. I don't think I need any of that. Plenty of body cells, yeah, range cells, ring cells. I already have those. This is true. Final Fantasy enemies have always been weird. Really, I thought BlackBerry just announced that they were going to go bankrupt, that they were bankrupt and that they were closing. I know they were still making phones, but no one really bought them for the most part. Here we go, gears. Here's where we can get some Alex. I do remember when blackberries were all the rage. No, for one of the jobs I had back in the day, they gave me a BlackBerry 2 for business. I never personally owned one. Just, like I said, one for the job. I had 77 Alex. How much have I made so far? 7? Well, again, thank you for the additional $5 donation. For White Mage, yes and no. You're gonna need equipment from all of them, but I don't think you need the full set from all 3 of them. Like, you're gonna want Relic Pants. You definitely want Empyrean Pants. Like, I can take a minute and look through the sets and see what would be really good. Basically, you're gonna want stuff that's really gonna augment your skills. Like I said, the Relic Pants, I believe, give you bar, like, enhances your bar spells, which you want. Empyrean Pants, that convert, you definitely want Empyrean Pants, because that converts, your cures to MP, so you're getting MP back for curing, and considering that's the whole point of White Mage. Yeah, I'd have to look through it, because I haven't really played White Mage much in Modern 11. Like, I played White Mage a ton back in 75 days, but I've not picked it up really much, you know, since it's been item level. But I don't mind taking a look and giving my recommendations on it. I never played Breath of Fire. They were really good and I wanted to. I mean, Cure Potency is good. You can get Cure Potency on other things. Also, the thing to note is Cure Potency caps at 50%. So, and it's not hard to hit that cap. But you do want to have Cure Potency 2 because that goes higher than the cap of just 50 from regular cure potency. So. Yeah, I remember I wanted to pick up the Breath of Fires, but didn't. It was actually funny. On my birthday, I was hanging out with a friend, and he's like, we were talking. He's like, "You never played Xenogears, did you?" I was like, "No," and he, yeah, like, he's like, "Here." Gave me his disc. He's like, "Dude, you got to go back and play Xenogears." I'm like, because I really did want to play it. Never played that. Oh yeah, and it's Squaresoft. It's not Square Enix. It's Squaresoft. I don't think I've ever played a bad Squaresoft game. I know I have played bad Square Enix. No, you need to just take up your space or get to the step where you turn in the Alex. Because then if you're on the step where you're turning in all the Alex, you can just turn it in rather than it occupying all your space. But no, there is no NPC that holds Alexandrite for you. I don't think there's any NPC that, like, holds currency like that. It would only be for you turning it in for your progress. Yeah, I know. That's kind of the problem I have with KH3. It took so long to come out, and then at the same time, it's like it took you guys 10 years to bring out the game, and then it just felt rushed. You could, but even in farming Alex pouches, you're still going to get regular Alex also. Plus, then you don't know how much you're getting out of the pouches anyway, which doesn't give you an accurate count. But that is something that you could potentially do. Just gather all these guys up and AOL image them. I mean, I think the best thing is if you're really trying to work on a Mythic and you have a lot of Alex, is just get to that step so you can be turning in your Alexandrite. The other thing is just turn around and sell it so you have Gil, so it's not taking up the space, and then you turn around and buy it back. But I would not recommend doing that. Just saying that is a potential option. This is a problem. Well, that was fun and exciting. No, I agree. KH3 could have been a much bigger moneymaker, but it, like I said, it just felt rushed. You're referring to KH3, Alex? I'm not sure what the, like, comment slash, because you got a question mark there with the question. I don't know, like I said, KH1 was a great game. Arguably, KH2 is even a better game. And then even some, like, I didn't really like Dream Drop Distance. Not that Dream Drop Distance was necessarily bad, but the whole thing that I didn't like about Dream Drop Distance in playing it was the fact that you're essentially on a timer. I know, like, I heard people say you can get to the point, so it's not the case, but it's like, so you're playing through as, say, Sora, and then all of a sudden your dream bar drops out, and all of a sudden you switch to Riku mid-combat. And the absolute worst part was, if, say, you were fighting a boss, I remember this happened once to me. I had the boss to, like, 10%, my bar ran out, I then, you know, switched to the other character, and then when I come back, start fighting the boss again, it's at 100%. It's like, are you freaking... That was the most annoying thing about Dream Drop Distance. Birth by Sleep I really liked. I thought Birth by Sleep was a fantastic game. So even like the handheld console games I thought were good. And then, like I said, you had a decade to come out with a game, and you had all these other games that were like based off of it, and then it just, like I said, it just felt rushed. It's like, how do you take 10 years to make a game and then make it feel rushed? I don't know. How much Alex did I get? 77, so 101, so 34. Was it the one that Rika really used? That's the one I think was like the had the eye on it. Alright, so this is almost done. No, that is true. And then also you have, like, you know, like fantasy with magic, swords and all this stuff, and then you have guns. Like, they'll throw guns in it also. It is to have a nice, like, mix of, like, you know, like, knights, wizards, and technology. It is a game with an interesting mix. Alright, so let's look at White Mage gear, if that was the question. So in terms of pieces, I think that you really want to make sure you have yeah, it stinks I didn't have Records of Eminence flagged for the other chariots. Alright, so let's look at this. So, Artifact. So Artifact Hat looks good, mainly for the cure cast time and cure potency. Although again, cure potency's, I mean, you want cure potency, but like it's not hard to get. So having that on there's kind of. So the body piece looks really good. That's got 6% cure potency 2, which is what you want, plus 3 refresh. So that's a decent piece. Also 21 in feeding magic on the body piece, with also a decent amount of magic accuracy. And we are talking about the plus 3 piece of this. The hands have 4% cure potency 2, along with 21 healing magic. That would be a piece I would really want to go for. Would be the AF hands plus 3. Having the healing magic skill along with cure potency would be strong. The leg piece seems good for Relic also, having regen effect duration plus 24, which would be good. Divine magic skills, Kursana plus 21, that would be good too, mainly for like Doom, getting Doom off. That would be strong. Dang, and then the feat for White Mage AF. I would definitely want the feat, because enhancing magic duration plus 10%. That's good. 29% spell interruption down. 21 enhancing and 21 feeding. Those are all really good stats on the feat. So, I mean, they're all really good. The main pieces that I would say that I'd really want would be primarily the feet and hands, followed by the legs and body, and then the head would be the thing that I'd be least interested in out of Relic. So, looking at Empyrean real quick, I don't even have to look. I know the legs is something that you absolutely want for cures. So the legs convert 6% of the cure amount back to MP, which is ridiculous. So like if you cure for 1,000, so if you cast Cure 5, you cure for 1,000, you're getting 60 MP back. So like how much is even Cure 5 cost? Just as an example. And it's not even that hard to hit 1,000, especially with all your cure potency stuff. So it's 135 MP to cast Cure 5. If you cure for 1,000, like I said, you should easily be breaking that. Because I can cure for 1,000 with Cure 4 on my Scholar. But again, so we'll just say you cure for 1,000, so that's 60 MP back, making that cost 75 MP rather than 135. And again, I'm undercutting the value of that dramatically. Plus, what is it? Healing magic cast time, negative 13%. And then I don't even, what is this? Divine Venison? What does this even do? A quickened spellcast for status ailment recovery. So yeah. So like I said, Empyrean legs you definitely want. If you're gonna play White Mage, you should definitely have Empyrean legs. That would actually be the first piece I would go for over anything else. Let me go back and actually look. So there's actually 16% cure potency on head for Empyrean, which is actually more than Relic. Like I said, because Relic Head wasn't really... The only thing that Relic Head really has is the 5% negative cure spell cast time, so you're casting cures faster. Divine Veil plus 21%. I don't know what that would be. What does that do? Grants AoE on status removal spells without using Divine Seal 22% of the time. Interesting. So 22% of the time, I think it just does AoE. Yes, that's what it is. So 22% of the time, just using status removal, it'll just make an AoE. Although that's not needed if you have Yag Rush, but that's if you're willing to commit to doing Mythic for that. So that's like I said, the thing about White Mage gear, there's a lot of like utility for what you want to do. You could arguably just go ahead and get it all. White Mage body for Relic is kind of What is this? What does this do for Soulless? It gives 14% of HP heal to Stone Skin and 14% magic defense bonus to bar spells. I mean, that's good, but I think nowadays you're typically better off with Misery. I don't know, I'd have to research that into more. Like I said, the problem is I don't play White Mage that much anymore. Hands seem good for regen effect duration plus 22. Having longer regens are of course always good. We already went over the legs, how good they are for that. Empyrean feet, It's got enhancing magic skill 25 and allspice 15. I mean, I don't think you're gonna get higher enhancing magic skill, but I think if you're over 500 enhancing magic, it's not going to make that big of a difference. So, So you could probably pass on Empyrean feet. I said Empyrean legs, that is the first, if I were to say I wanted to play White Mage starting now, that is the first piece I would go get, is Empyrean legs, over anything else. Then start going from there how I'd want to build out. He said regen potency is really good. So I'd go for the legs and then probably the hands. And then possibly the head just for Divine Veil effect. But again, if you have Yag Rush, that's not going to be really needed. Yeah, the body's not really... I'm not impressed with the body for Empyrean. So now let's look at Relic. So plus 3 Relic. So looking at the feet, I mean, it's got decent skill for enhancing and enfeebing, but again, nothing that really stands out that I would want to be jumping at trying to get. The legs, like I said, I know you do want plus 36 to your elemental bar spells. That's the big thing you would want from Relic legs. Yeah, looking at Relic hands, there's not really anything there that's that amazing. The enfeebing magic skill would be nice, but Banish on undead, I mean, that would be good if you're fighting undead a lot, but because I think that gives them defense down. But again, it's you shouldn't really be worried about that. You're more worried about curing. So Relic body, regen potency plus 52%. That would be something I would definitely want to get. So, and then looking at the head, there's nothing. I mean, the head's nice with the 15% cure spell cast time, which if that's the case, then that kind of negates that you would want Relic head. So in looking all this over, like I said, so definitely Empyrean legs. Empyrean hands would be very nice. Relic legs would be really good. Relic body would be really good. Relic head would be good too, just for the spell cure cast time. And then was it artifact? Where was I seeing all the Yeah, and then artifact hands and body would be good too for the cure potency 2%. Then from there, and then relic legs would be good also, but that's kind of more falling down to one of the last pieces I would be trying to get. And then feet, and then you can fill in with the other pieces too, because you can find uses for them, but that's typically where I would start. Get the Empyrean legs, the Empyrean hands, relic body, relic legs, and then relic head, but relic head's kind of, again, that's not a priority. And then, yeah, artifact legs. So basically you want to get the legs for all 3 sets. Relic hands and relic body. So if you got all that. So okay, so now it's been a while since I've looked at chat. Again, thank you for giving me all the donations. Money moves, motorsports. It was Ambu +1 armor should be enough for Abyssia NMs. Yeah. If you're, as long as you're like 119, you should be more than enough for any Abyssia NMs. Heck, even you don't even need ambuscade armor really. Ambuscade +1 makes you way more than enough. You could definitely handle Abyssia NMs in Sparks gear. Ideally, being 119, like full set, so that way your trusts are 119, is gonna give you the biggest benefit without having really good gear. But, yeah, just being in Sparks gear with like a veiled weapon would be way more than enough for Abyssia NMs. So I wouldn't worry about that. Yeah, I always did like Alexander and like the other Final Fantasy games that you summon. He doesn't really do much in this. He's just perfect defense, which is nice, but he doesn't really blow the shit out of things in 11. But yeah, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the stream up now. But yeah, again, Motorsports, thank you for all the donations. I very much appreciate it. Thank you. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the channel, and may you have success in all you do.